You ask us questions, do you?
Well, I think maybe they want to ask some questions. If you raise your hand, or... Well, first of all, I want to know how much fun it is to be a vampire.
Oh, it's the best.
The blood tastes great.
Sweet.
It's kind of sweet, like
Maple
food
syrup.
colouring and sugar. Funnily enough. Doesn't taste like how you think blood would. Got used to it though. It's all I got. What time is it? It's like 11 o'clock, so
Getting a bit crazy.
we're getting a little wacky.
It's the vamping hour.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting ready to feed on everyone here.
Was it? It's been a while since your last vampire movie. What brought you back?
The script, you know, it was a lovely story, beautiful. And, you know, when I read it, I just thought I have to do this. Yeah, there's a lot of vampire movies out lately, isn't there? But anyway, I thought this was good enough to make something interesting, and it would be worth the journey in the end, I think.
Folks, I don't want to hog the space. Get the hands up. Risk it. Yes? Why no teeth? Why'd you go for the nail?
I think teeth, they're kind of really corny, aren't they? You have to go all the time. You've got to make those sounds. Actually, I'd say it's very difficult to bite into your jugular vein with any kind of tooth, you know. That nail was really sharp, you know. I believed it. I mean, more Bethany than just the writer. Her, you know, she basically wanted to, I suppose, reinvent the, you know, all the presumptions we have about vampires. They call them Sucrians in the film, don't they? Other people call them vampires. They don't call themselves vampires. So there's something slightly different, I think.
Yes?
Okay. Were there any influences from Interview with the Vampire or anything that you wanted to put in Interview with the Vampire that you put into this movie?
Anything I want to put into the...
From Interview with the Vampire that you put into this movie?
I think it's much more adventurous storytelling, I think, in this film. You know, I mean, Anne Rice's book, Interview with the Vampire, was wonderful, but it was like your classic, almost picaresque novel, wasn't it, you know? And, I mean, I loved the novel, and I loved the movie, and I loved what we did with it, but I loved the way this story kind of twisted and turned and went from present to past, and I loved the way the story was told as different people read what Saoirse had written, you know, what Eleanor had written, you know, so it's a different animal really, but I mean, it kind of is a companion piece to Interview with the Vampire, I suppose. That was about 20 years ago, wasn't it? No, about 10 years ago.
You dropped something.
Oh, my credit card!
I almost lost everything there.
Yes?
Is that for me? No, I'm okay. I'll do that in another film, obviously. But it is fun to play a villain, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine wasn't really, but she was a
She
bit.
is a bit, though. To play that kind of feisty character and having that kind of bravery, I think, for a character to be a bit of a demon in a way is quite nice and quite fun to play. But no, I was happy enough being an old soul in this, and I got to learn the piano as well, which I'd always wanted to do. It had always been a bit of a dream of mine, and I had never just gotten around to doing it, so it was lovely to do things like that. A villain probably wouldn't play piano. Well, Tom did the work though.
Many villains play the piano, come on. You've heard Elton John, haven't you? Freddie Mercury.
Sure, yes. How did you prepare for the roles?
I'm based on my mum. And that is a compliment. You know, it's quite similar to my life, a bit of it. So that's how I prepared, just remembered stuff.
I didn't prepare at all. There were no lines. No, I really shouldn't be speaking right now.
So you really didn't prepare, okay?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Only if they're like girls like us. Please.
Yes.
I see in the credits it said it was based on a play originally. I'm wondering if you could talk about did you see the play? And
Me? I never saw the play, no, I didn't. Stephen Woolley, the producer, he's here somewhere. Stephen, are you here? He's gone.
He's right there.
Where is he?
There he is. Look, that's Stephen.
Wave your hand. Stand up, Sophie. There's Stephen. Stephen saw the play in, it was with a youth theatre group, and he commissioned Maura to write the script, basically. But the play was long finished by the time I got on board.
Yes.
Can you talk about the location on the island with the rivers of blood? Like, who looked at that beautiful location and said, this would be a lot better?
So the question was, where can we find the waterfall of blood? And who saw it first?
It's beside my house in West Cork. I swear to God it is. It's literally 5 minutes from my house, you know. It's like this beautiful landscape down there that provides a lot of interesting things. In the original script and in the play, I think, they went to somewhere in Turkey or Greece, you know, and it was all kind of like the beginning of the Exorcist, and it was all involving big, huge birds and snakes and stuff, you know. So I suggested to Maura that we put it to West of Ireland and in this strange environment. I mean, there are a lot of Irish vampire legends that I did ask her to read and research, and they proved to be more interesting than what was in the original script, I think, and in the original play.
Yes.
This is for all the actors. What sold you to the script? I mean, I know you get a lot of movies and stuff, but what attracted you to the process?
So for the actors, what attracted you to the movie?
I think the fact that it was about vampires, but it wasn't really a traditional vampire film. It wasn't really a traditional vampire story. And the jumps between past and present that happen so often throughout the film is quite lovely. It adds something really melancholy to the story, I think.
And it's rooted in reality. I think the modern day stuff is so raw. It's kind of like Ken Loach-esque, you know. It's like dirty and real, and then you have the lush, glam, beautiful vampire world, which we know a little bit more. And that meant that you could play the characters. They were kind of fully real.
Yes.
An honest love story. Does it?
Yes, sir.
Question for Mr. Jordan. It seemed at the end we had the opportunity to see where the story could possibly go. Is there an idea in your head to continue the story and perhaps make another film?
Sequel?
Well, I love these characters, I really do, you know, and you know, James Cameron made an interesting sequel to the original Alien, didn't he? It was actually rather better than Ridley Scott's sequel that came out last year. But I mean, sorry, Ridley. No, I mean, I love these characters are fascinating, you know, and now there's 3 of them. You know, there's 3 vampires living, isn't there? Well, there's 4. There's Sam Riley as well, yeah. Anyway, I mean, if Maura could think of somewhere interesting for these characters to go, I definitely would be in. I definitely would read it and think about it, you know.
Do you think Clara and Eleanor would ever meet again?
Yeah, I think that, you know, they'd be obsessed with it. I think they'd have a psychic connection across continents and stuff. And I think they'd get into very strange relationships.
She'd be there, but when you two are like getting passionate, she'd be
I
there
know,
going,
in the corner.
don't do it, don't do it. You can do better, darling.
Yes. Was it a long shoot?
No, it was about, what, 10 weeks, was it? 12 weeks? 11 weeks, probably? It wasn't long. We had very little money, you know, and it was very difficult. But it was, you know, we had great people. Sean Bobbitt is here, the campus. Are you here, Sean? Can you give me a clap, please? Sean Bobbitt, our cameraman, is here. And Simon Elliott, the designer, was rather wonderful, you know, so, I mean, it was really tough, but we had people of vision, you know, who could share the same vision that I wanted, and we ended up with something really special every time we turned on the camera, you know.
So there weren't any, like, weather limitations?
Hey, we had amazing weather in the middle of winter. It was extraordinary. You know? Yeah, it was like sunshine when we wanted it, and rain when we wanted it. It was extraordinary.
Okay, last one. Yes, at the back. The question was around the link between prostitution and vampirism.
Yeah, well, I think there's a huge one, you know. There was in the film, not in reality. I mean, what was wonderful to me was the way Clara took this gift as a way of, you know, as an early kind of proto-feminist really in the 18th century, and the way she used it to curb the power of men, as she says herself, you know. And I think in real life, or in the present time, Clara's only a prostitute to mess with guys' brains, really, you know. I think it begins and ends with that. And she likes the money too, doesn't she?
Yeah, she loves money. Yeah, that's another thing that's really cool about this film. The femininity and being a woman and what is sexy and that power that, you know, that has over certain people, and she uses that as part of her sort of weapon, part of her, her killing kit. And it's one of the ways that she ensnares. But I think it's just something that she is good at as well. 200 years experience. So.
Well, I want to thank you all for making sure this was not a